This is Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 9:30 a.m. in the mornings. And I'm here to make some sense out of nonsense. So I hope you're able to join me. Now, it appears that I have a pesky neighbor outside deciding to, I guess, use his snow blower to get rid of the snow. So you might hear that in the background for a little bit. Hopefully it's not too annoying, but it's bothering me. I know that. I want to go out there like, so you're going to pick my time to do my show to shovel your snow. See, unbelievable, unbelievable. You know, pesky neighbors. So, first of all, happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday. I hope everybody has made it through the long, grueling week. And now you're able to sit back and relax and listen to the melodious sounds of my voice, making fun and criticizing and destroying all of these Democrats and their shenanigans. And boy, we're going to go over some shenanigans today. So buckle up, buckle up. I'm the only one here, bro. Now, well, I don't know about that. I see some others popping in. Yeah, man. The more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? I don't like no dead party. You know, you get there, it's about 3 or 4 wallflowers. You go, now where are the people at, man? I want it packed. I want it so packed in there that we can't even open our arms to dance. We got to just go up and down like this and snap. That's how crowded I want it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, ain't none of this and all of that. Nah, just, that's it. So crowded. That's what I like. I like it like that. So, it says, yep, they are trying to divide us. Boy, are they ever. They're doing it, man. I'm telling you that they're pushing. They're pushing. Somebody said Don Lemon arrested in L.A.? No way. Are you serious? Is this breaking news? Are you kidding me? Don't mess with my emotions now. What? Lemon is busted? Wait a minute. Let me Google that. Wait a minute. Don't stop. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Don Lemon arrested. Oh, taken into custody. Ooh, yeah. Juicy. Well, I'll have to go ahead and read up on this one and touch on it a little later because you guys have just schooled me. Look at that. Lamone finally is going to be held, I guess, somewhat accountable. I wonder how they was able to get the arrest warrant by working past all of the woke judges. Yeah, I'm sure they probably did everything they could to block it. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to read about that one. Yeah, buddy. Now, even though that's good news, we got a lot of bad news going on around the country. Things are getting very volatile, and it is being driven and pushed by some very evil people and ignorant people too. We got evil people, then we have the ignorant people. And then we have the people who are the so-called very confident, intelligent, uppity, useful idiots that are encouraging the lower level, non-intelligent, useful idiots to go out there and I guess get into it with the rest of the country. All of us Trump supporters, maybe ICE, all of this, basically encouraging a civil war. And this is very, very interesting because, you know, on one end, you're saying, what are y'all doing? Okay. But on the other end, when you see these clips, you have a tendency to say, well, maybe we should oblige these people. Maybe we should oblige them. I mean, they want it that bad. So I definitely don't want to see our country go down that path. But some evil actors and some very useful idiots are trying to make that happen. And we're going to explore some of these useful idiots along with the evil actors today and see if we can flush this out and really make sense of this nonsense. But before we do that, I got to get loose. It's Friday, y'all. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here, gorillas in here, gorillas in here, gorillas in here. That's right. And there's a Kevin's Corner store in here too, where you can get yourself some merch. And that phone number on the screen, 330-974-4607 is the number you can text MAGA to stay connected with me just in case they disappear me off the internets like they claim ICE is doing to all of these people that ain't did nothing. ICE is just disappearing them. Also, if you want to help out the channel in other ways, you can do that through my Cash App, my PayPal link. They're all below each video. And you can also do it through, the super chat. People giving the super chat. Somebody dropped $50 in there yesterday. I appreciated that. And finally, if you can, please subscribe to my alternative channel, which I think I posted it in the link. I don't know if it's in the live chat links, but in my normal videos, I think it's there. If it's not, I need to go ahead and update that. So let's get into it. Now, guys, after we see some of the Trump derangements, some of the craziness coming out of American citizens, it's really hard to imagine getting past this and being able to get back to a sense of normality when you got people out there on the left doing and saying things like this. Now understand, they never hold their own accountable. Yeah, when their folks are off the rail, wishing evil on people, doing all kind of stupid stuff on the internet, they say that these people are justified because they're angry. They're angry. But when folks go to the Capitol to let their voices peacefully be heard, and a couple of them get out of hand, those people were going there to overthrow the government, hang Mike Pence, hang Nancy Pelosi, and all of that stuff. So they make excuses for their violent, crazy, nasty. I mean, when I say these people are evil, they are evil. You don't see this coming out of the folks on the right. We're not that mad, okay? We know when to get into politics and when to let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Doom, doom, doom. You don't want this mess to consume you and drive you to hatred, but these people have been consumed by it to where they're blinded. They're on the internet saying and doing things like this. Get ready. Buckle up.
It's disgraceful. She's got to go.
What?
We are dead serious.
What? Dead serious. Now, you see Timu Obama. You see Hawker Jeffries. Now, who is he? How are you going to demand she got to go? Dead serious. What you going to do, Hawker? What you going to do? See? I mean, whatever happened to supporting a woman? Yeah, there it is. But now, all of a sudden, she got to go because she's digging into us. So now Hawker's making demands. Talking about she got to go, dead serious. And I'm saying she has been, approved. She's in that position and you're in no position to tell her she got to go. Plenty of folks under Biden needed to go. Definitely needed to go, but they didn't go nowhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. And I hope the administration don't bend the knee to these Democrats and throw some of our own under the bus. But let's get into it because Hawker said she got to go. Because I guess that her, DHS, and ICE and all of that stuff, they're causing too much trouble. They're driving our citizens crazy.
She needs to be put on ice permanently.
Oh, you hear that? Play on words.
She's got to go.
Got to go.
And by the way, she's not the only one.
I thought of something good. I think it's something weird spot.
Now look at this. Look at this. See, this is where they got these people. This right here is a nurse. Now, what's going on in the medical field? I mean, these people are losing their mind. They're forgetting that they have a profession. See, now we saw one yesterday on my show who got the boot because she got up there talking about she hoped that Caroline Leavitt ends up, having a 4-level tear or something when she gives birth and all of that stuff. And hopefully she'll ripped from the front to the back and she won't be able to use the bathroom no more. All of that stuff. And she got fired. Not only fired, but they removed her license and she's not allowed to practice in the state of Florida. And then you got this one. A nurse giving all types of, instructions on how you can poison ICE agents. Listen to this.
Sabotage tactic, or at least scare tactic. All the medical providers, grab some syringes with needles on the end.
What the?
Okay.
Have them full of saline, succinylcholine, whatever. That will probably be a deterrent.
Now, has she forgotten that she works in the medical field? I mean, this is where you say, you have lost your ever-loving mind. I mean, you think you are bubble wrapped by your wokeness. Yeah, you think that, listening to all these crazy behind Democrats, all the folks in the media, and buying into that is going to somehow protect you from the consequences of your job saying, what are you doing? You're using your knowledge in the medical field to suggest that people do things to ICE, like get a syringe. I mean, your mind is compromised when you get to this point where you don't even see how this could come back and bite you. You don't even see it. She's on there like sadistic. Now, you see the evil? This takes evil people. We don't commit time into doing this. We don't be sitting back like, all right, if you really want to get it nasty Pelosi, what you do is you put some butter under that cane so it'll slip out and she'll fall and break the other hip. Yeah, we don't do that. We don't sit back and come up with, all these diabolical things to say how you can get hold to these different. And if anybody deserves, us coming up with all kind of ideas to punish them and hurt them, it's the Democrats. Yeah, it's the Democrats. But we don't do that. We don't do that. But these people take time out of their schedule. She's invested. Listen to this.
Be safe. Okay, for its resistance tip, I vote.
Another resistance tip.
Anybody got any poison ivy, poison oak in their yard? Get some of that up with gloves, obviously. Get it in some water. A gallon.
Look at her. You can see the evil oozing all out of her. All out of her. Now, how do you live with people like this? How do you come back from this? Yesterday, I compared these people to dogs or animals to get rabies. Yeah, when that dog start to growling and all of that foam and stuff look like he bit into an Alka-Seltzer, smiling, and you talking about now, easy boy, easy. Yeah, and you going, oh shoot, looks like he's a rabbit dog. There's no saving that dog. By the time the foam come out that mouth, you're going, it's over. No cure for this right here. Gotta go put you down, buddy. We all saw Cujo. Y'all saw the movie. That bat bit Cujo on the nose. Next thing you know, Cujo lost his mind, man, and was committed. That brother sat outside of that car, harassing that lady and her child forever. Yeah, you had to go ahead and say, man, I got to go ahead and fight Cujo because Cujo won't let it go. All I want to do is go about my business. I just want to leave, okay? And Cujo is sitting on top of the hood. These are these people. We got a whole bunch of Cujos running around. We're saying all we want to do is be left alone. We want the law to be implemented. We don't want craziness. We don't want lawlessness. We don't want harassment. We don't want all of this mess. We don't want you on the internet plotting to give people poison ivy. We don't want that. But y'all won't let it go. Now, you think she's coming out of that? Now she done lost her job. She's definitely a martyr in her own eyes. In her own eyes, she's a victim of the system. And I'm going, no, you brought it on yourself when you thought it was a good idea to get on the internet and suggest to people to give, these people poison ivy.
Water, get some.
Look at that.
Get the poison ivy oak water, and I'm going to put it into a water gun. Aim for faces, hands.
You hear how evil this is? Do you see what we're working with? Find me conservatives on the internet doing this. And yet you would turn on TV and that the violence comes from the right. And that these people are all justified because they're mad. And the sad part about it is this is manufactured anger. They're mad for nothing. They've been brainwashed to be mad to the point where they're sitting around committing time into figuring out ways to poison ICE, give them poison ivy, while you're rocking the medical gear. That's the bad part about it. I mean, she is not even smart enough, get my chat going. She's not even smart enough to say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't reference that I'm a nurse. Maybe I shouldn't be sitting in the hospital, taking time to go, all right, here's the next diabolical scheme. Maybe I should redirect the people. Maybe they should know what I do for a living. But no, not her. She's out there like, I'm a nurse, and I'm going to use all of the stuff that I know in nursing to tell you how to go ahead and poison ICE.
Hands. Ladies, where these ICE guys are going,
She's
have
back.
a chance to do something, not without risk, but could help the cause for sure.
Could help the cause. What cause is that? Could help the cause. See, you're more of an activist than you are a nurse. Yeah, you're taking time out of your nursing to go ahead and say, all right, the cause. What cause? See, yeah, only cause that is taking place is you just cause yourself to lose your job. That's the only cause. Yeah, all of this just caused you your career. That's all.
Okay.
Get on Tinder, get on Hinge, find these guys.
Tinder, find these
They're
guys.
around. They're a nice agent. Bring some X-Lax and put it in their drinks.
And get jacked up. You know, you see, it's, the crazy part about these people is they make suggestions and encourage people to do things that could get them hurt. Yeah, in their mind, they're freedom fighters, and these things are, legit. Go ahead, find a dude on Tinder that works for ICE. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Or they go to the bathroom, and you come back and find her slipping some X-Lax in your drink. What do you think's gonna happen? Huh? See, so here these people are, and she's not the only one, because see, it gets worse. She's a professional. Okay, she's like mid level useful idiot. She's still a useful idiot. But it's going to get even more crazy when you start seeing the so-called upper echelon of the useful idiots, the actors and all of them. See, yeah, they're weighing in now. So now here's this woman suggesting that they drop X-Lax in these people's drinks.
I'm sick. Nobody's gonna die. Just enough to incapacitate them, get them off the street for the next day. Highly easily deniable.
Highly easily deniable. She sounds psychotic. She sounds like a sociopath. I mean, she sounds like an evil villain. She's up here talking about easily deniable. Cyanide. Cyanide is like hard to trace. What's next? You know what? Just put a little cyanide around the ring of their drink. They'll never know it. Rub it behind their ear like it's cologne. I mean, these people have lost their mind. And I'm saying, how is this part of our society supposed to recover? What are they going to do? I mean, it's almost like I want to see all of these illegal immigrants just be gone like blink, so they don't have anything else to whine about. They'll be going, bring them all back after that. But unfortunately, we got to do it the methodical way. Yeah, we got to do it the manual way. See, it's almost like they blinked them into the country, and these people overlooked all of that. They never thought for 1 second, wait a minute, all these people are here, most likely they're all going to have to go. They blinked them in, but now we got to go ahead and get them out of here by going through idiots like this. And these people would never recover from this. This woman's damaged forever. Unbelievable. And yet, they're talking about a civil war. And I'm going, see, if I got to live next to someone like this, I mean, and she see maybe a Trump flag, or I got on my man truck, I got the American flag on it. No telling what she might do. Yeah, she might smear doo-doo on my door. You know what I mean? I'll come out like someone who put doo-doo on my door. Her. Yeah, she might go ahead and put poison ivy on my door handle when I get in my truck. And all of a sudden I got the heebie-jeebies on my hand. You never know. Because see, liberals do stuff like that. We've all watched the videos of them stopping their cars, getting out, running up into people's yards to drag out their Trump signs and getting jacked up, getting electrocuted. Yeah, they make it their mission to go ahead and do crazy things against folks who disagree with them politically. We don't do that.
You could get sick too. Won't eat there again. I'm just saying. No self-awareness. No thought whatsoever that, man, I look crazy. I only look sane to the insane. Other crazy people don't recognize the fact that they're interacting with crazy people. I'm crazy, you're crazy too. You know what I'm saying? We're both crazy. Hey, let's enjoy our craziness. But sane people are looking at her and going, are you don't realize that this could come back and bite you? Nope, no. See, she's insane in the membrane with nothing but wokeness. Useful idiot. Let's get them. Somebody's not going to be supporting these guys. Where's the hotel where they eat? Who makes that breakfast? Let's find them.
What are you saying? You want to poison these people? What's going on here? I mean, you sound like an evil villain. And now they're even considering charges
because see, she is trying to, encourage bodily harm to these men. That's what she's trying to do. And don't even realize it. She's committing, these people be committing crimes right on the internet. Right on the internet. And then shocked when they get called in to get fired. Shocked when the police come up to them. Like, you were on the internet talking about taking out the president. What? That's not allowed? Well, I'm mad and I'm angry, and he's a Nazi. He's a Nazi. Oh, that doesn't matter? No, but the Democrats been telling me we can say and do anything to Nazis. Unreal.
Let's make their lives fucking miserable.
No, your life is miserable. When you think you're fighting for a cause and you're fighting for nothing. When you have sat around and methodically come up with all of these diabolical schemes to punish ICE, who appears to be miserable. I mean, these are the most depressed, angry, evil people in our country. And now they're calling for civil war. And I'm saying, well, I mean, verbally and socially, we're already kind of in that. We're going, you know what? You guys stay over there, do whatever you do. I mean, y'all are too radical, too crazy. Don't interfere. But see, they don't want to do that. They don't want to mind their own business. And we're about to see some examples of that in a second.
I know we're already trying to keep them awake all night. That's good. Anything you can do to make the living conditions bad.
Yeah, let's take time out of being an adult, having responsibilities, making a better life for yourself, and come up with ways to keep ICE up at night. There you go. Yeah, that's a good productive way of your time. That's a use of your time right there. Banging pots and pans, blowing whistles outside of hotels to keep ICE up at night. Now, I would think you're mentally insane. See, she's not doing that. She's just, she's just a little bit more intelligent than the lower level idiots. So she's just talking, she's going off of what she's seeing them do. Keep doing what you do. And here's some other suggestions. Not only should you be keeping them up at night in the cold, okay, while they're tucked away in that hotel sleeping with earplugs in, and you guys are outside freezing, banging on pots and pans and blowing whistles. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Oh, and here's some other tips. Get some poison ivy. So here she is. Now, she's not out there doing that. She's making suggestions to simple-minded people that herself, she won't go out and do that mess. She's just making suggestions and don't realize she's just as guilty as the people that would implement that mess.
Talk to the people who work at the places where they are. Dead fish.
Dead fish.
Somewhere in the room hidden.
Yeah.
There you go. Dead fish. But remember, guys, the Democrats and the media is like, well, why do ICE need masks? Why do ICE need to hide their face? Why can't they show their badges? They play ignorant. They act dumb, as if they have no idea why ICE is covering up their badges, or they don't wear badges and they're covering up their faces and stuff. Yeah, they act like they're doing that to be cynical. They're doing that because, they're Gestapo. And I'm saying, so you're playing ignorant? You're acting like you don't know why? Well, because people like this. Yeah, she wants to find out where to stand, find them on Tinder. Now imagine if she had the ICE list of names. And look at this guy. Somehow this person got hold to an ICE agent's number. And listen to this wonderful message.
Fascist pig, you should think yourself. I hope your wife dies. I hope your mom and dad die. I hope everything wrong that could go in your life happens. You should kill yourself. You're disgusting.
And you see this? These people think they are carrying they're in the high ground, the moral high ground. They think they have it. They don't realize that they're the baddies. Now, first of all, I would be offended if I listened to my voicemail and heard this man on there with no bass in his voice. He got no bass in his voice. He got no bass in the voice. You on my voicemail with all that treble? You know what? You should kill yourself. You should say, you know what? You're nothing. I hope your parents die. I hope you're... All of this. You're taking time out of your day to do stuff like this. You're not... Do you think this person is rap tight? I mean, would you interrupt your day to get an ICE agent's number so you could call them up and leave nasty messages like that? All up in your nostrils. So let's finish hearing this wonderful... Now, imagine if conservatives were doing this. Just flip it. Just flip it. If conservatives were leaving messages like this on, Democrats' phones, it would be over. Look at this. Oh, do you condemn this? Look what's going on. I want to know if you condemn this behavior. I mean, you guys and your rhetoric is responsible for this. But yet, they just overlook stuff like this. Let's finish hearing this lovely message.
I hate you. Everyone hates you.
Now, this dude sounds like a kid. In his brain, he's probably about 5. I hate you. You're a poopy head. Everybody hates you. And I don't like you. I wish you would get hit by a bus. And then, you know what? You ain't. And I'm going, you sound like a kid. You're not rap tight. You're not well. See, you think you're in the battle. You're up there, I'm going to fight for justice, and I'm going to show them how much I hate them and stuff like that by leaving bad messages on their phone.
You're a f***ing murderer, and all of your friends are f***ing murderers.
Also developing.
So dumb. Probably like, I'm going to leave this anonymously. I'm going to hit star 67, and I'm sure that the feds could find out who you are. They never think it through. They never think it through. I'm going, so your activism and hatred is going to cost you, going to land your butt in jail. You're blinded by anger and hate to where you're going, I'm immune to the consequences. I'm immune to the consequences. We're not living back in the 70s where you could leave a message beep on the thing and nobody knows what number it was from. All of that, no caller ID, no voice recognition. Now, this ain't the era where you can do stuff like this and think they'll never find out who I am. They'll never notice me with no bass. All you got to do is follow the treble. Yeah, all you got to do is go somewhere where you hear somebody talking to their nostrils. You'll be like, I hear some treble. Follow the treble. So now look at this, guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're cruising for a bruising.
This morning, more than 50 anti-ICE demonstrators have been arrested after a protest in New York City. The chaos broke out in the lobby of a Hilton on Tuesday night where demonstrators believe agents were staying.
Now you see this? This is harassment. This right here is full-blown chaos. Who are these demonstrators? How did they all come together? How did they coordinate this? That's my question. I have questions about this, okay? Who put this thing together, man? You're telling me they got a call list, all right, but I'm just going to go ahead and send out a text message to everybody, or is it that signal chat? So now random people come out in the code, and what do? Yeah, see, this is the tactics that they're using. This is anarchy. Yeah, they're trying to overthrow the will of the people. They're trying to go ahead and force the government through harassment, agitation, violence, anger, intimidation. They're trying to force the government to change their policies and look at their tactics. And yet the left whined about J6. These people storm the Capitol. These people are wreaking havoc in our society. And I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting full-blown sick of it. I'm seeing these people, I'm going, they think they could just do whatever they want to do. They're out there just harassing people, following people, threatening people. And look, here they are.
At the same time, federal agents are expected to make more arrests in Minneapolis after a violent demonstration at a hotel where federal immigration officers were staying. Demonstrators were caught on camera. They were spray painting walls and windows.
But remember, the right is the ones that are the ones that's always violent stuff. Yeah, all of the violence come from the right wing. And I'm saying, y'all overlook this. All of the footage of left-wing violence, damaging property, attacking folks, they bit an ICE agent's finger off. A finger off. And yet you turn on the fake news and they're like, is ICE tactics inflaming these people? Is ICE tactics heavy-handed? Do you think ICE tactics is moral? Do you think if ICE wasn't there, that? And I'm saying, so is ICE fault. You're overlooking them spray painting stuff, showing up at hotels, taking over lobbies. If I paid my good money to stay in a hotel and all of a sudden I hear these folks down in the lobby thinking an ICE agent was there, I got a problem with that. I'm coming down like I'm not ICE, but y'all need to shut up and get out of here. I need some sleep.
They were breaking glass there, breaking those windows, trying to force their way into that hotel in Minneapolis.
Peacefully.
Attorney General Pam Bondi said so far 16 suspects.
Look at them. All look the same. All look like they're meth heads, except for one. Y'all see these pictures? You see these arrests? Look who else ended up in this lineup.
Have been arrested and were charged with...
Oh, snap! Look at these. Y'all remember her? bananas and rice. Rice and bananas, y'all. Uh-huh. And so I'm Somalian, but I'm American, but not all the way American, but not all the way Somalian. And it's hard being American and Somalian, but I do that. It's kind of like bananas and rice. It's kind of like that. That chick thought she was gonna be immortalized. She was up there doing that press conference like my mom and them told me that I'm gonna be famous for this. I'll be remembered. I'll go down and all you're going down in is the slammer. There she is, guys. They went back and got her. They followed up. So apparently, her whole story about doing nothing. And ICE just rolled up on her and called her the N-word and stuff like that. Apparently, they have more evidence that caused them to say, okay, yeah, you might have did a couple days in the slammer, but now we got all the data we need. So here you go. We're going to bring you back in. So there she is again. There she is. I wonder if the press is going to be there to hear her make up some more stuff.
Multiple counts, including assault, resisting
Look, you see them crocodile tears?
Arrest or impeding law enforcement.
All the nuts. And then they show up at a restaurant. Here it is. This is how they're operating. They're operating like the same angry mob that they claim ICE is. They're operating like a militia. That's what they're doing. And yet they're talking about ICE as a militia and they're going around and this and that. But yet, look, the militia showed up at a restaurant thinking that these men were ICE agents and they weren't.
Oh, let me show you, but
you want to harass people, huh? How does it feel to be fucking harassed?
no.
So he did not deny he does work for. He did not deny it.
We're from
He did not deny it. He did not. They all seem like they're just whiny, just teenage girls that just and I'm going, y'all do this because you're not worried about somebody smacking all of y'all. Somebody just see, you're nasty, you're loud, you're arrogant, you're angry, you're vicious. This dude has nothing to do with ICE. And look at that.
How does it fucking feel?
He did not deny it.
He did not deny it.
How does it fucking feel to be harassed?
Look.
How does it fucking feel?
That's you.
How does it feel?
He said it.
All up and down my spine. All up and down my spine. How does it feel? Now here you are in the restaurant, enjoying yourself, and somehow these people riding around like the ICE mob or something. They looking all right down. Oh, you know what? Word on the street is these people might be ICE. Now, that means they got a lot of people out there that is sympathetic to their cause that might be in this group chat or whatever, to where you're out at this restaurant and you see a couple guys over there and you say, I think I got some ICE members here. Okay, we're down at the whatever. And then they all posse up, come down there. No information, harassing regular American citizens, and yet they're talking about ICE is just attacking American citizens. And I'm going, y'all are harassing American citizens. These people aren't even ICE.
He said it was him. He confirmed. He did confirm.
He confirmed. Boy, the voices, the tactics, I mean, it gets under your skin. And I think they find that people with the highest voices or men with no bass in their voice to drive you crazy. Just the voices alone make me want to turn around and just grab them all by the neck. Just all of them. Just grab them all. I need two big, gigantic hands to grab them all by the neck. Yeah, like a bushel of flowers, a bouquet of flowers, and just like, shut up, shut up.
I'm not security.
Look at that. Look at that. All in people's face. See, now, you'll be mad if this dude just smacked you. See, I mean, they take advantage of people's civility. You know, people's self-control, people's discipline. They take advantage of that. They go out there and they got nothing else to do but yell at this dude, all in his face. Now, you see, you don't think this is the stuff that could kick off and pop off a civil war? Let enough people get tired of this mess. See, that's the thing. I mean, they're really emboldened. They're going wherever they want to go, doing whatever they want to do, harassing whoever they want to harass, and they think they have the right to do it. And, you know, it's just a matter of time before they run into the wrong person that says, I'm not in the mood. Get that whistle out of my ear. Get out of my face. I'm out having dinner with my family, and here you guys are coming in there, shutting business down, harassing me. All the other customers now got to listen to y'all, stop what everybody's doing, and watch you guys throw temper tantrums. A society cannot operate like this. You cannot have these type of angry mobs going around doing whatever they want to do. See, and that's why I say it's almost as if they pushing it. Look at her. She got her scrubs on. This guy looks confused. He's like, why? Wait, I'm not even ice. This is where we're at. Our country is in trouble, y'all. In trouble. Because honestly, I don't know what to do with these people. I mean, if we get rid of the signal chat, at least that cuts off their communication and their ability to, coordinate and come together like this. But at the same time, when you see their tactics, you say, how can we function, in society with these people doing stuff like this? If I'm a business owner, I got to worry about who comes into my business, because if these people think that an ICE agent's in there, they feel they have the right to come in there, shut my business down, harass my customers. If I'm a church, if I'm a pastor, we could come in there, shut your church down. We cannot function like this. Something needs to be done to bust up these angry, aggressive mobs that's going around harassing people. They don't want to listen. See, these aren't rational thinking people. They're rabid dogs. This guy is like, look, I'm not even ICE. They don't care. That means nothing to them. Unbelievable, man.
Well, this appears to be a case of mistaken identity. Some TSA officers were eating dinner here. Someone thought they were ICE, and then the crowd showed up.
Yeah. Sitting in the clouds.
Whistles and horns blaring of anger in Linwood.
Mexican flags.
A crowd of anti-ICE protesters swarming a restaurant after reports that off-duty ICE agents were inside, but law enforcement sources tell Fox 11 this may be a case of mistaken identity. The agents weren't ICE, but instead TSA officers eating dinner.
Eating dinner. Now, do you think after this was all busted up and they found out, oops, you think they're sensible people to apologize? You think they're gonna say, oh, my fault, I'm sorry we harassed you? No, they don't care. Yeah. They feel like we got the right to do it. We're not even going to apologize. So what? We made a mistake. Yeah, this is how they're operating, man. And they are cruising for a bruising. And I'm saying, boy, I tell you, man, y'all are rolling up on the right people. That guy right there was very kind, very patient. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of brothers after church or something, a whole bunch of brothers that go out after kicking it at the club, and they're all eating at Denny's or IHOP, and y'all come in there thinking that, let's harass them because they know who to go up to and do this mess to. Yeah, you go ahead and you mess around with the wrong group of brothers or sisters, you're going to be met with some resistance, and then they're going to blame it on them. Yeah, 30 people attacked us.
ICE. LA County Sheriff's deputies called in for crowd control, eventually calming the situation. Talk to y'all about what happened?
Oh, now they're going.
Who are you guys with?
We're at Channel 11.
Oh, Fox?
Channel 11, Fox 11, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We asked...
Now you see them with the Black Lives Matter rags, and they got their bullhorns and stuff. But they don't want to talk to Fox.
Organizer, what happened?
No comment.
We're just want to ask what happened.
No, I know, but...
Well, just a minute ago, your big fat mouth and that crazy voice was making a lot of comments. They confirmed it. They confirmed it. He didn't deny it. They're ICE. They're ICE. All of that stuff. Just a minute ago. A lot of comments. Now that you stuck your foot in your mouth and y'all made a mistake, no comment because...
I just don't trust Fox.
She refused to speak with us, saying it was because we're Fox. You guys think it was ICE?
Potentially.
But because we're mindless drones, because we are attack dogs with rabies, you know what? We don't care. We don't, that's how dogs, pit bulls and stuff, they don't care who they bite. I mean, if they got an owner that says sick 'em, they're like, man, I ain't gonna ask no questions. I'm not gonna say, all right, this person really evil. I mean, what'd they do? Why do you want me to bite them? They just attack whoever they're pointed at. And these are the same type of people. They're just saying, you know what? We don't care if these people are ICE or not. We don't care if they're innocent or not. We don't care. We're going in wreaking havoc. And if we get a couple innocent bystanders or the wrong people, so what?
When we turned to restaurant workers for answers, the organizer followed us inside, recording and telling employees in Spanish not to speak with us either.
Yeah, sorry to you. You're not getting nobody to talk to you.
Man, our society is just, it's imploding in these cities. I mean, liberals are so infuriating and damaging to our country. They really are. And yet they think we're the problem. You know, I'm sitting back going, see, as bad as y'all are, I don't wish evil on you. I don't want to see you guys poison with poison ivy and mess. I want you kind of gone. I want you to go back to just doing whatever you do, leaving folks alone. Stop mobbing up and going in harassing folks. Stop destabilizing our country and our society. Stop doing that. Okay? Because when you push it too far and society starts to push back, that's where you get violence. And I don't want our country to come to that. And then you're going to get professionals encouraging this.
Side straggler protesters also recording our camera, trying to stay incognito.
I think there's a place and time for everything.
This man arrived moments after the chaos ended to eat at the restaurant it all started. These are TSA agents.
You want to understand, people get very emotional, so they easily make mistakes. It happens, you take it out on the wrong people.
Yeah, but that's how you get beat up. That's how you get knocked out. That's how innocent people get hurt. When you guys don't ask questions, you go in there. So don't be sitting there talking about that. Well, you know what, people are upset that's not. No, man, it's not that simple. Because they're not going in asking questions, being civil. They're not going, excuse me, sir, are you with ICE? Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. These aren't the type of people who operate like that. They go in blazing, guns blazing. You know, and then, oops, our fault. Well, we're going to go to the next person to harass.
Which, same thing as ICE. They say they're after criminals, but they're taking it out on everybody.
No, they're not taking it out on everybody. The people who are getting in the way of ICE is getting the business. That's the only people. You thought they look like they're coming at criminals, they're taking it out on everybody. No. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to take it out on just the folks that are the criminals, and then, of course, any other illegal immigrant that needs to be deported. But these are the folks who get in the way, and then they say, the ICE is taking it out on everybody.
TSA workers eventually escorted out safely with no arrest or injuries, but a moment that highlights how tense emotions are across LA.
Here's another one. Look at these people. West side are you? Right in a hotel. They then went inside of a business and they decide we're going to sing chants because we think ICE agents are in here. And this business is going ahead and giving ICE agents, a hotel stay. And we can't have that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our terroristic tactics to make sure ICE agents aren't able to coexist in society with their own rights to be able to, go and come as they want, get a hotel room, go to restaurants. No, we're going to follow them around and harass them and make sure that any business is punished that, services ICE members. Now, you don't think this is domestic terrorism? You don't think this is harassment? I mean, here they are, right in the middle of the lobby.
Holding photos of people killed or detained by ICE.
Oh, holding photos of people killed or detained by ICE. You see their little photos they got, y'all? You see that? Let's show them some photos that they should be holding. Look at that. You see these photos? I wonder if they got the same amount of photos as this right here. These are all the people who were killed by illegal immigrants. They ain't got those photos? Look at that. Yeah, they got a couple photos in there of the people who was killed by ICE. I bet you it wasn't as the same amount as this. Look at all these people. Look at all, some of them were babies. Interesting. Look at that. Hey, where are those photos? Yeah, y'all ain't got those? Y'all ain't got those? And then look at this guy with that big boxing glove nose. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and talk about how honored and blessed and how spiritual it was to stand right where that young man, Alex, whatever, Majigger, got himself shot. Listen to how he talks about it and how moving and spiritual it was.
Really are no words. It was a deeply moving experience. As I said, I felt like I was standing on holy ground.
Holy crap. So this bootleg big nose preacher, goes to visit, I guess, where the young man was killed, and he said, "There's no words. I felt like I was standing on holy ground." Jesus Christ. Heavenly Father, help our country. Right now, man, sometimes you feel like, you know what? The ship is sinking right about now, and we need to unload it. So now this guy, who don't know this young man, the same young man who was just shown spitting at ICE agents and then breaking, their things out. Now the Democrats are making him out to be a saint. Yeah, this guy who you don't know anything about, ain't never met, don't care nothing about him. He's just a martyr. He's just a useful idiot that you can go out there and try to act like you felt a presence or something. A presence when you were there at the site. Holy ground.
Standing on holy ground. Alex Preddy's blood cries out to us. We are better than this. We can do better than.
Now you see, Democrats with their shenanigans. This is why they like that stuff. This guy shouldn't even be in Congress. He lost to Herschel Walker. We all know what went down in Georgia. And when that comes out, I hope he gets his butt booted out. But nonetheless, this is what they do. When they encourage these useful idiots to go out there and get themselves jacked up, then they show up at the vigil and act all deep like they're connected to these people. And they care nothing about these people. These people are tools to them. That is it. Mayor, the dang on Small Fry, when George Floyd got killed, did y'all see him at that funeral on bending knee, weeping like he knew that man? And I'm going, black folks don't even act like that at funerals. You never met this dude, and you're up here weeping. Did you weep for all of those people that I just showed in that picture? Were you going there? You weep for Ashley Babbitt, or did you weep for Lake and Riley? No weeping there? No welling and a weeping? Unreal.
Dozens of demonstrators hold themselves up inside a Hilton hotel in Tribeca, occupying the lobby for hours, as over 100 others cheered them on outside on a cold winter night.
All of them, weirdos, occupying a lobby. And I'm saying, how can our society, coexist with these people? How can they?
It is unacceptable for citizens to be gunned down in the middle of the street, protecting their neighbors.
Protecting their neighbors. See? This is what I mean. They can't be repaired. They're damaged. You can't even duct tape these people back together. I would like to think we could jerry rig them back together. But this dude is out there repeating stuff that I'm saying. All you hear Democrats saying is the exact same thing you're saying. And you don't even realize you're a parrot. You don't even realize you are a Muppet. Where they're, gunning down our neighbors. They've adopted the language, the verbiage, the vocabulary, everything. And now they think they're gunning down our neighbors. You don't know these people. If I see a dude messing with the cops and he gets shot, I'm not going to be over there. They're gunning down my neighbor. No, that dude got shot. Ain't my neighbor. Ain't my business. Not going to stick my nose in it. But they got these useful idiots convinced that they're out there fighting and trying to save their neighbors.
And this has to stop. This man's fiance among those seen protesting the government's ongoing immigration crackdown operations here and across the country.
Yep, take them away, boys. Take them away, boys. Our neighbors.
Because we are committed to a future here in the United States in which people are treated equally.
While it's unclear if any ICE officers are staying at this Hilton location on 6th Avenue,
they don't care.
They say their voices are meant to send a message to.
Look, they even got priests down there. Hilton, don't let ICE stay. Who are y'all? Do you understand? You're disrupting businesses. You're intimidating businesses. You're no different than, the Ku Klux Klan back in the day. No difference than, the Nazis that you claim that you're fighting against. No different than any of them. And y'all talking about you're violating our rights and our civil, and I'm going, so these people don't have the right to stay at a hotel? These businesses don't have rights to service everybody? Y'all get to determine who they can service? Y'all get to determine where ICE can eat, where they can go? And so my question becomes, what are we going to do with these people? What are we going to do with them? See, they're beyond repair.
Any company working with Washington on this front.
These very ICE officers that the Hilton is allowing to stay
comfortably in their rooms, are kidnapping people.
Oh, God. Broken, damaged goods, the kidnapping people. Same language that all the Democrats and the liberal media are using. And they don't even realize it. They don't realize they lost their own identity. They have been absorbed into the Borg. Absorbed into the Borg. Just keep saying the same thing we've been programmed to say. They're kidnapping people. They're disappearing people. They're our neighbors. And I'm saying, y'all don't realize you've been programmed to say that? You don't realize that? You're not able to catch that they built in this vocabulary and got you conditioned to the point where you're parroting it and you believe it.
Ripping apart families.
Ultimately, NYPD officers moved in. 45 minutes later, we watched them arresting upwards of 60 people who refused to leave.
Refused to leave. Now wait a minute. Where is Homer Simpson head? He's not down there getting arrested. Where's Raphael Nordock? They're not down there in them. Where are all the folks who encourage these youthful idiots to go down there and get themselves arrested? Where are they? The ones that encourage the angry mob. They're not going down there.
Earlier this month, in a tweet, the Department of Homeland Security condemned Hilton franchise owners in Minneapolis who reportedly canceled reservations for its agents. Actions the company said were, quote, not reflective of Hilton values of being welcoming to all.
Everything that's happening.
Oh, now here comes the upper level. The upper level useful idiots, the ones that just go ahead and use their fame and fortune and influence to pontificate from their mansions and stuff like that, and encourage these useful idiots on the ground level to stay in the fight. Keep up the good work. You're doing great. Yeah, move forward. That's right. Continue and get yourself jacked up. So now look at this rich one. Look at this rich one. Yeah, she's now talking about stuff she knows nothing about.
In Minneapolis is so destabilizing. It's horrible. The murder of Alex Pretty, horrible. The murder of Renee Good, horrible. Murder? They're blatantly murdering U.S. citizens, detaining 5-year-olds. Like,
see, I mean, just a victim of nothing but propaganda. Detaining 5-year-olds, saying the same stuff. She's no different than the other useful idiots. She's just famous and removed from the consequences of the ground level, the foot soldiers. Yeah, she's removed from potentially being a victim of a violent, illegal immigrant doing something to her. So she has the luxury to look at this so terrible. I mean, the stuff I'm seeing on TV because I'm completely ignorant and don't know what's really going on. And I'm just taking anything they tell me and say, oh, there's a 5-year-old, he got arrested. That's horrible. No details, but here she is. And watch this, y'all.
Liam Ramos patrolling.
Ramos, she want to go ahead and connect to her Hispanic, roots by rolling that arm. Ramos.
Schools and churches. So imagine what they're doing behind closed doors at detention centers with no cameras around, nobody there to have proof of what they're doing. And we need ICE out.
Yeah, we need ICE out, but I'm not going to go down there and get involved, though. I'm not going to risk my career, risk my life, risk my freedom by going down there on the front lines. I'm a quarterback it from my mansion. I'm going to encourage you guys from here in Beverly Hills or wherever I'm at. That's up to you guys. You go out and do the dirty stuff. And we'll just sit back and act like, oh, this is Gloria, I don't know what her name is. Hold on.
Okay. Eva really cares.
Eva LaGoria or something. I don't even know what she did to get rich, but she's really, really rich, y'all.
Cares about her people, right? She wants to play the Spanish card. Yeah. It's interesting because I don't remember the tearful video, the button being worn for Aria Cruz Asensio.
Who?
She doesn't know who that is.
Why not?
Aria, and neither do you, because the media wouldn't make Aria a household name.
Well, show us, Megan. Show us, since she's so concerned about kids and the people of color. And thank you. Somebody said, love me, California, Northern California. Look at this. Look at this little Latino girl that she don't need to know anything about her or any of that stuff because, see, this little girl right here gets no attention. Eva LaGoria.
Aria was killed in a car accident.
Oh.
Nobody even knows about this child. And she was killed in a car accident by an illegal who was a repeat DUI offender. Huh. Okay? So Eva does not know who Aria is because she doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't give a shite. That's why. Yeah, she wants to lock on to what the media has fed her. That's it. That's as far as her understanding and her empathy goes. Just show me what to be mad about, show me what to be sad about, and I'll go ahead and absorb it. I'm not going to take the time to say, now wait a minute, if I was really about the kids and all that stuff, I would be going, hey, whatever happened to all of those hundreds of thousands of missing kids? Most of them Hispanic, most likely. Most of them Hispanic. But you're worried about the little 5-year-old that was not taken into custody by ICE. Wasn't, you know what, yeah, we're going to arrest this little guy. No, that's not what happened. But you're going to repeat it because you are a uppity, very confident, useful idiot. Yeah, you're the useful idiot who thinks I'm above the other useful idiots. I'm not like those useful idiots. I'm rich. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go ahead and virtue signal from my ivory tower. And then here's Jane Fonda. Here, listen to her.
This is it. This is our documentary moment. And guess what? The people of Minnesota know this. And they're saying enough.
Enough. Now, do you know this woman is worth over $1 billion? I'm like, how in the world did Jane Fonda, with her crazy self, get that rich? Well, she married a rich guy and then took some money. But nonetheless, she's encouraging the people in Minnesota to resist, man. They said enough. They're fighting back.
Enough. Leaders like Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, who's been speaking truth to power and fighting for our democracy.
Fighting for our democracy. Yeah. You're not going to go down there and mix it up with the ICE. You're not going to go down there. With your nice, Cruella de Vil coat on. I'm sure you have a fur coat on out there harassing ICE. You're not going to do that. You don't think that's smart? You think you might put yourself in harm's way if you do the same stuff you're encouraging them to do?
We need more fighters.
More fighters.
Like Peggy in government.
Yeah.
If you follow ICE, unfollow me.
You see this dude? He once was a funny man. See, wokeness will destroy your humor. You know, Bill Barr, what is his name? The one comedian. Yeah, I don't even listen to him anymore. Bill Burr, this guy right here. When you get consumed by that wokeness, it destroys your career. Mark Ruffalo, I don't watch nothing he's in. This guy right here, listen to what he said. Yeah, he thinks that people care enough. He's saying, if you support ICE, don't what?
Don't come to my shows and don't watch my movies.
Absolutely, pal. Okay, absolutely. See, so apparently, this is what Trump derangement syndrome will do to you. It'll make you forget that, wait a minute, I'm in a business where my goal should be to get as many people out there to support me. But because I am so self-absorbed and I am arrogantly confident because I am famous, I assume that most of the country thinks like me and is going to support me, okay? Whereas a whole bunch of people that aren't liberals watched a lot of his comedy back in the day, watched a lot of his movies, loved him in some movies, and now here he is. That whole audience, boom! I might fast forward his part out of John Wick. Right now, if I went back to John Wick #1, I would go up John Leguizamo's part, skip it, because this guy said don't come to his comedy show, don't watch his movies if you support ICE.
I'm appalled. I'm sickened. And we can't go another day just sort of accepting this as our new norm. It's outrageous. People are being murdered.
People are being murdered. We can't go that this is our new norm. People are getting murdered.
And I don't want to normalize seeing people being murdered on the internet.
Oh, you mean like Charlie Kirk? You mean like that? Yeah. And the people on your squad all cheered that and said it was worth it. He brought it on himself. Yeah. Nothing was more graphic than what we saw happen to Charlie Kirk. And here she is talking about, I don't want to see it, and I want it to be normalized. I mean, technically, we did not see the intricate details of Renee getting shot, or this guy getting shot. We just saw his body go limp. You saw, and I mean, whether you saw it or not, it was horrible. You saw Charlie Kirk get killed. And there was no cover up. There was no, oh, well, it's a distance. No, it was close up. And yeah, here she is. I don't want to normalize that. And the left is out there doing that mess on a consistent basis, like shooting Donald Trump in his ear, and ended up killing a man with a family in the audience. Yeah, stuff like that. But here is another elitist up here talking about, these people down there, I guess it's Olivia Wilde. I guess I'm trying to read it backwards. Wild, something like that. I don't know who she is. A skinny, emaciated actress. But here she is, talking about she's sick of this mess.
It's hideous. And so if we can do anything out here to support the movement to cast ICE out, to delegitimize this unbelievably criminal.
Unbelievably criminal. As if she would know. These people know nothing. And they are confidently ignorant. Criminal. Don't know the law. None of that. We just saw that stupid liberal congresswoman the other day mess with Nick Mulvaney, and she didn't even know that it was illegal to come into our country illegally. Didn't even know it. He had to refer her to the statute, and she went down, oh, well, I'm not going to bring that up again. And I hear this lady, illegal
organization, then that's what we should be doing. So I'm proud of it. When you see the marches happening around the country, Americans are speaking up in huge numbers, and it's dangerous to be a protester now. And people
look at that. It's dangerous to be a protester right now. Yeah, if you are a obstructionist, if you are a protester that's blowing in the ICE agents' ears and getting in their face, spitting at them, biting their fingers off, pushing them, not obeying commands, yeah. Yeah, and here she is, though. Remember, guys, these people believe it in their head. It's dangerous to be a protester. I can't even imagine the scene in their head. In their head, they thinking this is the apocalypse. They thinking this is the end of the world as we know it. They're imagining ICE out there just going, ba-dang, da-dang, clack, 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 ba-dang, dang, dang. All of these folk out here got the nerve to come out and protest us. Punks, clack, 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 pat, pat, pat. That's what's going on in her head. The way she's describing it's terrible. I mean, they're out there just, and I'm saying, you are confidently ignorant. And you're a useful idiot too. Because see, you're just a famous useful idiot that influences the lower level useful idiots to stay in the fight.
People are still going out into the streets, which is incredibly inspiring.
Incredibly inspiring. And yet it's dangerous to be a protester, but keep doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go down there and risk my career, all my riches and stuff like that to go out there in the winter in the snow and get all up in the face of ICE agents and try to run them over with my car. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to encourage you guys and then claim that you guys are in danger because you're protesting. That's the only reason. Just because you're protesting, not because you try to run an ICE agent over, not because you're resisting arrest with a weapon on you. No, that ain't it.
Where was Olivia when Kayla Hamilton was murdered in her mobile home by an illegal immigrant?
Isn't that odd? How they're all busted up over what they're seeing happen with ICE. Yeah, but yet, look at this. They don't know nothing about this. They didn't take the time to say, well, let's look at the flip side of that coin.
Who was here, of course, unlawfully. The guy whose name was Walter Javier Martinez. He was here from El Salvador. He came in under Joe Biden in 2022.
Yeah, but they don't care about that. They don't care about all of the victims. No, they just sit back and say, look at this. This is horrible. We only know what the Democrats and the fake news tell us. And even if y'all showed us all of the American citizens that were unalived by illegal immigrants, they still wouldn't care. Because the cause is bigger than that. They wouldn't give no time to it. They wouldn't show up at the vigils. They wouldn't be over here on their knees, boo-hooing, talking about, I felt something, there's the Spirit of God. I felt the Holy Ghost hit me while I was standing there at the grave of, no, they don't care about that. And then watch this one. Watch this elitist right here encourage the foot soldiers to go out there and do stuff that she don't want to do. See, she's a little better than them. Listen to this.
I need people to stop telling me, well, why don't you go outside? Yeah. That's not my role.
Oh.
There's people who are outside who actually can't do what I do inside.
Oh, what do you do besides spread propaganda and race baiting? That's it. That's it.
And there is a support that happens. That's what coalition building is.
Oh, that's what it
Between
is?
folks who are outside and inside and folks who do both.
So what are you doing besides just using this? Whole bunch of that. What are you doing besides encouraging the insanity out there in the streets? I'm not going out there. Oh, no. But what y'all need to do, y'all need to go in there and y'all need to go ahead and go off on these people. Let me tell you something. Well, you coming with us? I can't come. I got bad me. I got, flat feet and all that stuff. But y'all go out there and do it. See, my role is to sit there and coach you idiots into getting yourself jacked up.
There are artists and intellects and scholars who do not need to be in the outside of things.
Like me. And then there are the useful idiots who don't know better, who don't know this is all a psyop. Don't know that they're being played. Don't know that they're putting themselves in danger. Don't know that they're trying to walk our country into a civil war. Yeah, see, and so me, I'm gonna sit back and tell y'all to keep doing what you're doing. The important people like us, no, we're not gonna do that. Y'all need us to sit back and continue to feed you the lies.
May not be the most effective there. We might be in the way there. However, we support that work. We are buttressing that work.
Well, is that like the same? I mean, do I feel like you really got some skin in the game because you support that work from the comfort of your computer and your phone and all that stuff? Yeah. Know what I love about Trump? He's a people person. He gets down to the nitty gritty. And I feel like, you know what? He's a leader that will go into battle with us, not sit back and go, everybody run in there, go on in there. But here these people are. All of the uppity folks, who's just appalled by ICE. They're encouraging the useful idiots to do things they won't do themselves.
We are bullhorning that work in ways that work cannot be done. And if in your mind it's, well, they're putting their lives in danger and you're not. Trust me, they will come and knock on your door.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. You're really worried about ICE after, I guess, they just get finished just killing all of the American citizens for no reason, indiscriminately. Then they're going to say, you know what, who else we got? Where's some more people of color that are American citizens? Let's go to that one comedian lady. Let's go find her. Okay, let's knock on her door because we're really Gestapo. Now, she knows she's in no danger. But here she is talking like, well, I'm just as much in danger as you guys that's on the front line. I'm just too important to go out there and do the stupid stuff like you guys. And then look at this. Look at this guy. Now, this guy says one of the most dangerous things ever. I used to like this dude. I like his acting. And here he is. Done went off the deep end. I can't support him no more. Listen to this statement.
Time for revolution.
Time for revolution. The Democrats are calling for civil war. A revolution, man.
It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. They
don't know that that's what they're starting. He's blaming it on us. Blaming it on us. They don't know what they're starting. Now, understand, this guy right here plays a tough guy in a lot of movies, but I guarantee you, he's not going to go out there and do that. He's not going to take a SIG, 9mm with him and get into an altercation with ICE, talking about this, the revolution. And he's not going to do that, resist arrest. He's not going to drive his car down there and block ICE. And when ICE tell him to move, take his Bentley or whatever and drive off and hit ICE. And he ain't going to do that. No, that's for the stupid, useful idiots. And I'm encouraging a revolution that I'm not going to participate in. I'm not going to lead the revolution into battle.
Rich, old white men are exerting their power to suppress our own people, thus creating a feeling of civil war in the streets.
No, you're trying to create that. And your crazy folks that you're encouraging, you got them thinking it's ICE that's trying to create the civil war. Not them. Not them showing up at hotels, harassing folks, intimidating businesses, attacking ICE. No, that's not the people that's trying to create the civil war. It's ICE. It's ICE. And they're intimidating regular people and stuff like that. You see these idiots? These are the upper level useful idiots.
Preparing the haters to hate, teaching them how to shoot. They're not even trained right.
Not even trained right. You play a tough guy in movies. I wonder how your aim is in real life.
Kill. This is all a preparation for a very insidious problem that's happening in our world.
You're right. As these globalists and these Democrats are willing to tear the country apart for power. Very insidious. I thought it was insidious to bring a whole bunch of illegal immigrants into our country for votes and for more representation. That was insidious. Didn't care about all the kids that might get trafficked. Didn't care about all the women that might not make it, might become sex trafficked, all that. Didn't care nothing about that. Pretty insidious, I would say. And then now using all of these useful idiots that think we're in civil war, putting their life at risk, using that type of propaganda and lies like you're doing right here. And it ain't gonna bust a grape.
And for me, I have to speak out that we will not be iced out.
Yeah, that's as much as you're gonna do though. I'm just gonna speak out. I'm gonna go ahead and encourage the useful dumb idiots on the ground to think that that's it, man. We in civil war, and then listen to what he says.
This is not going to happen. They can't take us all down.
Can't take us all. So let me understand. He's saying bum rush ICE. This is civil war. They can't take us all. I'm just not going to be in the front of that line though. See, when people start telling y'all they can't take us all, I'm going, okay, get in the front of the line. Yeah. See, be the sacrificial lamb that you're requiring all of us to be. Yeah. Run the risk of taking the first shot so that the rest of us can go ahead and, you're not going to do that? Yeah, you're just going to sit back and say, I'm just going to be a voice.
If the whole world showed up on Putin's doorstep or on the Iranian's doorstep or in Washington, it would stop. They'll kill 550 million, however, but the rest of us would survive with a new,
you hit it, the rest of us will survive. That means I'm in the us. I'm in the us, not the 500, the million, the 50 million people who got, no, I'm not in that crowd. That you guys sacrifice your life so the rest of us can survive. Now you see how it works? Now, you don't think that this is dangerous language right here? This guy literally is calling for civil war. He's sitting back like, look, man, y'all got a bum rush. Look, he's talking about bum rush Washington. Yeah, they can't take us all, but I won't be in that crowd.
Time for revolution.
Time for revolution.
It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting.
No, y'all don't know that that's what you're starting. Y'all will come away with the ugly end of that deal. And here he think we're the ones at risk. They don't know what they're starting. I'm going, no, we see what you guys are trying to start. We see it. You're out here talking about civil war because ICE is arresting illegal immigrants.
But we have to be strong enough to know that we can change the world. We have to change it from within. So if I'm spiritually ready and right, and I'm ready to understand other people and to agree to disagree with them and say, okay, let's find a solution together, then that starts to change things, not by deporting immigrants.
No, not by deporting immigrants. Let them all stay. Yeah, you know what? If we can all come together and think of it, I'm going, no, we can't come together because we got people coming up with ways to poison ICE, showing up at restaurants, yelling at people, breaking into churches. Yeah, we can't come together. How you going to come together? How you going to negotiate with a rabid dog? The lady couldn't negotiate with Cujo. If you ain't seen the movie, go check it out. You think she's going to roll down that window in that gremlin she was in, talking about, come here, boy. Listen. Go to the house. Now. Go. Bad dog. Cujo wasn't trying to hear that. He was beyond that. That dude was like, all I see is red.
Not by killing brown and even white people on the street. It's crossing over now, and believe me, this is gonna really spark the nature of so many people who are gonna show up and say no more. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Yeah, but you're not gonna show up though, right? Because I'm getting the sense that you're not gonna be the guy that show up with your guns blazing, talking about that's it. This is civil war. It's a revolution. I'm willing to risk my very privileged, rich life for the cause. No, I'll just do interviews and tell everybody else. Join the revolution. And then look at this. Now you got politicians talking about civil war.
Brandon Johnson is now saying he wants to lead the charge in holding immigration agents accountable. The mayor saying the recent immigration operations in Chicago actually made crime go up.
Oh, you hear that? Because he said it went up. Operations in Chicago with ICE made crime go up. How'd that happen? Thank you, by the way. So everybody said puppy fun. So Brandon Johnson is up here coming up with crazy stuff. Crime went up since ICE came.
And that some officers violated civil rights and committed crimes.
They made it worse. They're not enforcing laws. They're enforcing political
power. And that's why this moment cannot just be met with litigation.
Now, see, he just said stuff. The political power. What kind of political power are you talking about? These are ICE agents. They're not politicians. What are you talking about? They're coming in there to get illegal immigrants. How is that the political power? No, they're trying to take away what you guys thought was going to be access to forever political power. Yeah, when y'all see these illegal immigrants in your state and city, that's what you see them as. Access to political power. See, that's why we brought them here.
With legislation, with executive order, it has to be met with a nationwide resistance.
Nationwide resistance. I want all the cities and states to get on board to fight against Trump, who we all voted for, getting rid of these illegal immigrants. But yet what he's failing to realize is that there are so many states that are red that we're not having this problem. We're going, why would we do that? I mean, it's working fine in our state. It's not working fine in Chicago because the police won't cooperate and you guys are up there resisting and stuff. So you want us to jump on board with that nonsense? No, we're not jumping on board with that, but he's going to take it another step further.
If Congress can't hold this renegade administration accountable, then it's going to be up to the cities to do it.
Oh, up to the cities. How?
The next step that we're going to have to try, and I'm committed to doing this, of how to set up a pathway for someone like Gregory Bovino to be prosecuted.
And you see that? You want these people back in power? You see what they're trying to do? They want to arrest Gregory. Try it. Try doing that and see what happens. Yeah, get the Chicago police officers that would be stupid enough to say, let's go in and arrest Greg Marvino, whatever, I forget how to say his last name. Yeah, let's do that. For Brandon Johnson, the most unpopular mayor in the world, and let's go ahead and risk a physical confrontation, a violent confrontation with feds for Brandon Johnson.
Clear that the far right in this country,
here comes,
that they have not accepted the results of the Civil War.
Oh, God. See, they want a civil war. See, this is the subliminal message he's dropping out there. We want chaos, destabilize the country, civil war. Now, you know what's crazy about this? We did accept the results of the Civil War because we won. Yeah, we were the North. The conservatives won. And he's talking about they never accepted the result of the Civil War. Sounds like you guys haven't.
And that they have longed for a rematch.
No, you want a rematch. You are saying, you know what? Instead of my failing career, just going off into the sunset somewhere, instead of us giving up our precious illegal immigrants, I'm willing to risk all-out civil war by hinting at it, by blaming it on conservatives, blaming it on Trump, blaming it on the Vino. There it is. Thank you. Blaming it on ICE. Saying, no, it ain't us who's advocating for the Civil War by encouraging all our people to go out there and put their lives on the line for illegal immigrants. It's not us that's doing that. It's you guys that want a rematch of the Civil War. Now you see what we're dealing with? These are evil, sinister people. They're cruising for a bruise.
And this is not the very first time that we heard Mayor Brandon Johnson essentially say that he believes that there's a brewing civil war happening between political parties. The last time he said it was actually back here in the fall when immigration agents were here on the ground for Operation Midway Blitz. Of course, today, just like back then, a lot of people are accusing him of actually issuing this inflammatory language.
That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's dropping the subliminal message into all the useful idiots' heads that we are at war. This is a civil war. Now, you know, if it's a civil war and you're fighting against the Nazis, yeah, man, show up at a protest with your SIG. When the cops or ICE arrest you because you're obstructing, resist. You're in a civil war. But you know who ain't going to be down there doing that? Mayor Conehead, who's talking about the Civil War. Yeah, Mayor Conehead is not going to take that cone down there and do the same stuff that he's encouraging everybody else to do.
Really making it worse more than it is getting better.
A group of local prosecutors, including Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner.
Here's another one. who seems like he wants civil war.
Have come together to strategize about prosecuting federal officials,
including immigration agents. They call it the, quote, fight against federal overreach.
Just as you have come together, there are state prosecutors coming together right now to make sure that people understand there will be accountability. There will be accountability now. There will be accountability in the future. There will be accountability after Trump is out of office.
Now you see why we have to go pedal to the metal to ensure that these people never even get close to power again. What do you think they're going to do with the power? A lot of, I guess, conservatives, some conservatives and some moderates are, you know what, we need to go ahead and make sure we don't overstep and all that, because when they get back in power, they're going to do stuff to us. We don't want them to do the same things that we're doing to them. And I'm going, y'all obviously don't know who you're dealing with. This guy out here is already talking about, give us power again. We're coming after all of these brave men and women who were simply doing their jobs because they inconveniently made it tough for us to keep our precious illegal immigrants that we brought here. Now, you see this guy? He's like, we coming after y'all. And yet we got Republicans out there pooting and farting around. Let's not abolish the filibuster, Indiana. Let's not redistrict. You know what? Maybe we need to ease up with the... And I'm going... Do you think these people are going to return the favor? You never negotiate with terrorists. You never negotiate with the radical left. We've seen their handiwork. I mean, look what they were willing to do to stop Trump from winning. And yet now y'all think, okay, we don't want to mess around. And I'm going, you don't think they're going to abolish the filibuster? You don't think they're going to redistrict if they could? You don't think they're going to go after us and go after these people? And y'all playing around while we got the power.
If we have to hunt you down the way they hunted down Nazis for decades.
There it is. Look at that. Now, what could possibly go wrong with you using that type of language against ICE agents, against federal agents? You're talking about hunting them down like Nazis.
We will find your identities. We will find you. We will achieve justice, and we will do so under the Constitution and the laws of the United States.
But see, you had to slide that in as a disclaimer. After calling them Nazis and stuff like that. Now, you hear this guy right here? You think he's bluffing? You think he won't do it? You think, oh, well, shoot, I'm glad Trump is out. Now let's let bygones be bygones. No, these are evil people. Evil people. I mean, it's amazing to even see a congressperson get up there and say what that dude just said. He's threatening federal agents. These are, our country's in trouble, man. They want a civil war, and I'm saying, boy, y'all are really, I mean, when you hear people say stuff like that, you go, man, you're supposed to be a politician who respects law and order, and you're up here threatening ICE agents. And we all know why you're doing it. You're not doing it because these people are really evil. You're the evil ones.
Yeah, this is highly inappropriate. No prosecutor in America should be doing that, let alone yelling at and about law enforcement officers. Look, this debate, there's a lot of words and a lot of talking around it. We have existing federal immigration law. We have law enforcement agencies, duly sworn officers.
Yeah, bring some sense to it, Scott. Yeah, you see Miss Piggy with the tight face? Yeah, she don't like what Scott's saying because it's true.
That have been ordered by the president to go out and enforce those laws. That's really all the debate is about here. And in most jurisdictions, these laws are being enforced quite amicably. There are no incidents. Nope. Transfers are happening. Yeah. People are being deported that have a reason to be deported. It's just in this specific jurisdiction, people have decided that federal immigration law shouldn't apply. And now you have sort of radical Democrats around the country ramping this up even further by claiming that they're going to hunt down federal law enforcement officers as though they were Nazis. You have Eric Swalwell in California.
You hear that?
Promising a reign of terror if he becomes governor against anybody who's ever worked for ICE.
Now, that sounds like Civil War talk. That sounds like, okay, see, now you're threatening me because I'm doing my job. Now I got to sit back and look over my shoulder as a law-abiding law enforcement agent. And I'm worried about now, okay, yeah, it's starting to form up like a civil war because I'm saying if, the South, and I'm talking about like back in the day South, if they get back in power, they gonna hang me. They're going to hang me. Now we got to really do something drastic because, see, we got a lot on the line here. These people are talking about, we're coming after y'all. Let us get back in. And we're going to use all our crazies to destabilize the whole country and make them think we're civil war by keep throwing it out there. Keep suggesting it. Keep calling us Nazis. Keep talking about we're going to punish them. We're going to find them. They're not going to get jobs. We're not going to let them do this. We're going to find out who they are. That's civil war type talk. That makes you say, we can't coexist with y'all because I can't trust you. I already know what you guys are going to do to me and do to us if y'all get back in power. So now, by any means necessary, we can't let y'all do that. We can't let y'all do that. And yet they're talking about by any means necessary, we going to get back in power, even if we have to cause a civil war. So now you see the standoff. You see the dilemma they have put our country in for power.
I mean, I could not.
This kind of division and this kind of threat against people who basically signed up to enforce the law and do public service, it's outrageous. And any Democrat ought to be able to sit here and say, this is way over the line.
But no, they're not going to say that because they're the ones that got it to that point. They're the ones that took it over. They needed it to go way over the line. To where you got people on the streets, this right here, our neighbors are being kidnapped. They're repeating the same thing we've been hearing them repeat. And now we're going to end with Greg from the 5 going ahead and saying, that's it. I had all I can stands and I can't stands no more, Jessica.
Meanwhile, nothing you said matters. Every single
Welcome
thing,
back, Greg.
No, everything you said does not matter. Because it doesn't. Because everything you mentioned are the consequences of the. Oh, you can go ahead and scoff. How did we get here?
Yeah.
Pull back. How did we get here? An open border that let millions in, and you guys didn't give two F's about. Okay.
Snuck right through that border.
All right. We had dozens of deaths where you didn't say shh.
Oh. Now, see, he done had it with the liberal on the set. Yeah. Now he got to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm going to have to go ahead and walk you through it. Because see, your simple liberal brain can't understand. You can't make the connections to understand how A, led to B, to C, to D, to all of that stuff. Yeah. You're sitting here going, now look what's going on right now. Everything's bad. ICE is making it worse. And they're going around. And he's going, how do we get here? How did we get here? Who caused this? See, and now he's going to go ahead and give her a earful since she want to fight back.
Jocelyn Nungary, Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Molly Tibbetts. I'm going to just do it because this is just, I can't believe that we're still talking about this. Here's 3 pages of women who have been murdered by illegal aliens in the last 7 or 8 years. The 7 or 8 years that we have been here talking about this and mocked over it. When we showed the embassy, showed the border being overrun and people laughed at us. And now you're here. It's like you're the maid trying to clean up a mess and somebody there is staring at you going, oh, you got to clean it up better. No, you made the mess.
You made the mess. As we were addressing this problem for 4 years under Biden, we were saying, y'all don't see all these people coming? Ain't nobody going to do nothing about that? Yeah, y'all don't see these people overriding our Border Patrol agents? Y'all just going to let that happen, right? Y'all don't see that big Boeing 747 that snuck all those illegal immigrants off in the middle of the night and got busted? Y'all didn't see that? Y'all didn't see them all in hotels? Y'all didn't see them getting all that money? Y'all didn't see any of that? Yeah, well, we were talking about it day by day, and y'all were, you know what, there's no border crisis. You guys, it's a manufactured crisis. Y'all didn't see that? And so now that all of this has led to this, along the way, people getting killed, that we were like, y'all don't see the fact that these people are violent? They're bringing that. And they sat back and said, you're demonizing all of them. Don't lump them all together. And you know what? It's all about individualism. And you don't want to. Y'all made excuses for it. Y'all tried to justify this. Y'all tried to legalize this mess. And Jessica is pretending now that she's upset. She's upset about the folks that got killed. And now Greg has to show her, where was this outrage when we were saying another American dead from an illegal immigrant?
This is the Democrat Party's mess that we are trying to clean up. And you're saying, wow, these ICE agents are using terrible language. We don't care.
We don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. I'm like, we don't care. You can show me 1 gazillion pictures of little kids right there out in the winter and stuff getting taken away with their dad, and I won't care. You can show me a billion pictures of women getting pushed down because they got all up in ICE agents' faces and getting maced, and I wouldn't care. Honestly, I wouldn't care. Let's continue.
I'm bored by this.
Me too.
I'm absolutely bored by this. I'm bored by the Nazi stuff. I'm bored by the concerned people in the media. They were not concerned when innocent women were raped and murdered.
Yep. So when I hear Nazi, oh, so we're Nazis again? That's what wait, I thought we were white supremacists. No, we're not the KKK anymore? So wait, it just changes week to week? Okay. All right, so we're Nazis again, guys. We're Nazis. So yeah, all of that stuff. All of the moral outrage, all of the demonization. Finish her, Greg.
They didn't care about the 50 who died when they were incarcerated under Obama.
Oh.
They didn't care about the 27 or 30 that were shot under Obama. But now they care now.
Yeah, Jessica. Where was all of that moral outrage? Where was CNN when they was riding shotgun with ICE? Yeah, praising ICE's tactics. Where were they? You know why they were with them? Because Obama was doing it, and y'all had no need to drum up a whole bunch of useful idiots to be running around harassing ICE. That's why. See, yeah, y'all create the hatred towards ICE. Y'all make dummies love who you want them to love and hate who you want them to hate. And they don't even realize it. They don't understand how they go from being innocuous, go from supporting something, to all of a sudden, how did I end up hating this? Oh, because Don Lemon told me to hate it, because Abby Phillips told me to hate it, because the Democrats told me to hate it. But yet I didn't hate it a couple years. I don't understand how they don't make that connection. They don't have the ability to see that they've been transformed against their will.
You deserve no attention on this. You deserve no credibility on this. It's actually comical because here's my feeling. It seems like you're ready for another one.
Yep.
You had Good, that went for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You had this guy, went for a week or so.
Yeah, and then he got exposed for being a crazy, radical extremist. Y'all painted him out to be a choir boy, just a nurse. And then he got exposed. That's what you do. That's what he does. See, this was a business for him. This was a commitment. Yeah, I mean, we just saw the one video when he was doing stuff. What about all the other times he's been out there? You think that was his first rodeo? That dude looked like he wakes up every day and went out there to do this. And so now that video came out and now they need somebody else. Yeah, they're sitting back, okay, that didn't work out. Who else?
You're going to need a third one. This is what this is about because this is what creates the motivation for this drama.
Yeah.
This drama that could have been prevented if you guys just listened to the sensible people. Why is it that the cities that aren't sanctuary aren't having any violence?
Bam! See? There you go. Light bulb should go off in that bubble head of Jessica. Why is that? You never stop to think about that? It's just that ISIS is being heavy-handed more in liberal states and stuff, or is it because Trump sent them all there because he didn't win those states? He's trying to punish them? Or is it we turn on the TV and we hear people like Brandon Johnson talking about they still mad over the Civil War and you know what? Is it that?
Why is it that the rate of violence in what's the name of the city? Minneapolis is 5 to 7 times higher than cities that are 3 or 4 times larger?
Yeah, these are simple things to put together. Deductive reasoning should bring you to the conclusion. Jessica, notice she's silent now because Greg done had it. She's sitting there like, yeah, I can't even admit that he's making sense, but I mean, he got a point. I'm beyond rebuttal. Now I'm just going to sit there and take the lecture.
Why is that? You guys are always feigning this performative ignorance since you don't understand things. You never explain your own ignorance.
Yep.
Why is there so much violence in Minneapolis and not in Texas? Well, see, there are different people. There are people who, when they hear an awful crime, when Molly Tibbetts is murdered, they think of their wife, they think of their kids, they think of their sister, they think of their mother. What do Democrats think about?
Power.
There's a step before they even think about their family. They think, how does it affect my public persona? How does it affect my potential politically? How do I deal with this so that I get instant gratification and empathy?
Get her, Greg. That's why they never get up there and talk about Laken Riley. That's why whenever an American citizen gets killed and it reaches national news, mum's the word. They can't come out and say this was horrible because they're all responsible for it. They know their fingerprints is all on it, and it would point to them being a part of the problem. So they just ignore all of that stuff. See, and so now he's about to dismount all over her face.
We don't think like that. We don't care. You can call me a monster that's saying all these people will get deported. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care about any of this performance anymore, Jessica. It's done. And you know what? Neither does Trump. People are voting for the law. They want the law. If you want to cry about murders and rapists, do it on your own time.
Bam! There it is! Bling! That's how you end it. Yeah, all of your whining, weeping, and the wailing. Raphael Nordyke with his big fat nose going up there talking about it's a spiritual place right here. I felt, and all of that. You think that moves me? You think it moves me when I see actors that are privileged get out there, this is horrible, what's going on out there? And I'm saying, that doesn't move me. I mean, you don't understand what's going on. You're removed. You know, you have no right to be telling regular American citizens how they should feel about what's going on this level. You're so removed from it. Yeah. And any Democrat out there just saying stuff, I'm going, your motive, I see right through it. Yeah, you're not concerned about the rights of these people and their neighbors and stuff. No, these are investments. And you got dummies out there willing to risk their life for your investment. I mean, I've never seen, people get so many people to work for them for free. The Democrats got these people out there working for them for free. Yeah, they didn't convince them to go to work for them because it's a moral cause. There it is. That's just my labor of sacrifice. I'm fighting for my neighbors that aren't my neighbors. I'm willing to put my life on the line because we're at civil war. What? Wait a minute. You're not going to come down and join us? No. No. That's crazy. Why would I do that? Why would I come down there with a loaded weapon and resist arrest? Why would I do that? No, that's for you guys. And I'm hoping another one of you useful idiots take it to the chin so we can come back out to the mic talking about, I went and visited the area where this person was resisting arrest and did something stupid and got themselves killed. And I felt something spiritual. So we can continue with that crazy, fake moral outrage that I didn't see none of that when all of this crap was taking place and all these American citizens were victims of these same illegal immigrants that they brought into our country. No apology, none of that from any of these people. So God bless y'all. God bless America. I had to go in on them. So sick of this mess, man. They want us to go to war. That's how serious this is for the Democrats. They're like, man, we are running the risk of losing all power. And we would be willing to risk the whole country to stay in power. Well, we can't take that loss. We can't just go on about our life, make a living the normal way. No, we've got conditioned to pimping the people. We don't want to lose that. We done set it up, man. We done spent all these years putting all of these things in place for us to pimp the system and keep the people mummified and zombified to not even know what we're doing. Setting up NGOs, setting up this, setting up that, using tax dollars and stuff like that. We done got this thing running like a fine-tuned oil machine. And here comes Trump and all of his MAGA folks messing it up. And before we let them have it and go back to a life that we actually got to do something productive, we'll burn it all down. That's what these folks are willing to do. So we got to pray for our country. Because right now, man, they're trying to drive us off a cliff, and I must say conservatives are keeping it together. We're sitting back watching this mess, but we're going, I'm concerned about that. How much is this going to spread? I mean, how complacent are these people going to get? How content are they going to become with, we could go anywhere and say anything to people and attack whoever we want? And I'm going, we don't want that type of behavior to spread now, do we? Yeah, we don't want that mess. That right there would be a recipe for disaster. So stay diligent, stay prayerful, stick together, stay smart, stay informed. Now I'm going to go and watch some videos about what happened to Don Lemon. All right. And y'all might see me over the weekend. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Get some good rest. Enjoy your weekend. And I will be back very soon. If you want to support the channel, you can through my Cash App, my PayPal link. Thanks for for the super chat. Don't forget, subscribe to my alternative channel. And other than that, I will see you guys next time in Kevin's Corner. Let's bounce. Let's get out of here. Enjoy your weekend out here. Up north, got our hands round y'all throats. Yeah. Take care.